Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the very first edition of Rideshare Radio 101 with your boy, More Money Driving, and my dog, Uber Guy. Uber Guy, what's going on, fam?
What's popping, everybody? How you doing? Good morning. Happy Sunday.
Yeah.
Hope all is well.
Yes, sir. Today is March 18th. It's Sunday. Want to welcome everybody to our very first show. Very first show. Why? You know what, Uber Guy? The very first show has to be controversial, doesn't it? It has to
Yes,
be.
sir.
We gotta kick this off really informing people, really shaking them up because there's a lot of things going on the internet now that have a lot of rideshare drivers really upset. I think it started with the article saying they get like $3 an hour. Was it? Was that the first thing they hit?
Right, right. We're breaking it down. Like some people are doing math, but not. I mean, doing statistics, but not. Checking what the actual statistics they are getting personally. You have some people that are not even driving for Uber and trying to tell people how much they make an
Right,
hour.
right. That's number one. And then, now you see a lot of people bringing up boycotting by not driving and all that other stuff. And what we want to do, what's great about this show is that this show is hopefully going to educate a lot of the rideshare drivers out there, not only about the rideshare game on how to make money, but to understand that this is
Yeah.
what we signed up for,
Right, right. I mean, that's what it comes down to at the end of the day, because there's been a lot of controversial things that happen these 3 years, the past 3 years. This is not the first time something like this has happened or whatnot. Sometimes people boycott. Some restrictions are different in different states and cities and states or whatnot. But you have to really look at things yourself and find out. Listen, you have to understand you're not in a union. You're
Oh,
not in a corporate American type of job. You are your own business, own your partner, I should say. You know what I'm saying?
right. Let's all right. Let's talk about the first thing because we gotta talk about business 101. We gotta talk about a section 4.4. And we have to discuss the solution because that's the one thing about this show. We're not a problematic show where we're talking about poor me. We got to hold the drivers accountable as well. So let's talk big
Absolutely.
one. Okay. And I don't think a lot of people understand who don't have businesses. When you have a business is not in to go half with you. They are in, like you say we're not a union. They're a business is in to make profit. Am I correct?
Absolutely. And you are on the other side of a party. You're a business also. So as an Uber driver, you have to be thinking your side is to be making money also.
Yes, exactly. And we're going to talk about that later on. But this is see, I think where a lot of people are upset is that they don't understand that these rideshare companies are
Right.
here to make money. I mean, at the end of the day, they're here to make money. And
Yeah.
yes, we can say we are the sheep, or they got us all chained up. We got it. We're driving, but you know what? At the end
Right. Right.
of the day, uh, Uber guy, this is what we signed up for. At the end of the day,
Exactly. I mean, it's there in the print. I mean, it's in the print right now. If someone wanted to boycott, absolutely wouldn't do much at all. You go ahead and say you're not going to drive. Okay, Uber just says, all right, peace, deuces. We'll find somebody else to take the position.
yeah, because to me, I love the ride share, man,
Yeah.
fam. I love the ride share game. I
Yeah.
love it because for some, well, I'm not. I look. I'm a part of what's going on, but because, and we'll talk about that later. I'm not
Uh,
respected like most people are because most people are not doing the extra mile. Because if you think about it, What do you think? A lot of people are working what 2 or 3 hours a day?
This is less than that.
Listen, just a few hours a day and expecting to make money.
Right, right. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you work your 2 or 3 hours a day, you have to know how to with Uber. Uber is very smart at their tactics, and I know how to, watch what they do. You have to know how to capitalize off those 2, 3 hours because they know that there are some Uber drivers out here that are going to drive very stupid. You might be in the airport for 2 or 3 hours,
Man, man,
and now you got something to complain about.
man. Hey. Who was the guy that said I'm gonna sit around for 2 or 3? What?
Oh man,
Man,
that's like a couple years ago a video, I think. Yeah.
that I just let me tell you something. Do not wait at the airport.
Think about it. When you're leaving the airport, most of the time, some people are going to the hotels that's right.
Yeah.
Hold up. Imagine this. This is how bad people be. They wait in the airport for an hour and they go 1.5 miles to Holiday Inn.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's management, time management. When you're doing it's a lot of things in this, but I think people just need to understand. The first thing they need to understand is that Uber or all these rideshare companies are businesses, and they are out for you. And we talk behind the scenes profit. At the end of the day, they're about making money.
Right.
And that's the first thing I think a lot of people don't understand about business 101. If I'm working for somebody, they're going to say, okay, Uber guy, you want to work for my company? All right, if you want to work for my company, this is how much we're going to pay you.
Right.
I'm going to lay everything out for you, and you have what? A choice.
Yeah.
Are you going to do it or not? Now, again, we loved we already talk about the hustle game because it's about hustling. Because just because they are setting a mark or price in stone doesn't mean you can't make money outside of that system. And that's where I think a lot of guys are failing, which we'll talk about later on. But I think a lot of guys don't understand. And what's your take on this, Uber guy? That a lot of guys think that that you can't make any money outside of Uber's confines.
You just need to understand how, like, Uber doesn't put too many restrictions on you at all, really, at the end of the day. It's no cap.
Yes.
And it's not hard to get started and signed up with it or whatnot. I'm saying it's the Uber drivers that are top partners in their city that understand how to make the money, where to drive. You have to really be about your stuff in this rideshare business. I mean, Lyft, Uber, whatever. I'm saying because now with the things with Uber, some people will do the smart thing, may drive for Lyft a little more or drive for Uber a little more. You have to be on your P's and Q's or whatever you call it. You got to be taking it serious out there. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I watched a great video from another rideshare ride with Peterson. Kind of broke it down, and I want to read to you what was said because in order to become an Uber driver, you have to agree to certain terms. And for a lot of us, what do we normally do? We just click agree without reading the fine print. Because if people took the time to read what Uber has posted and has out there, then guess what? Most of the complaints, the boycotts and everything would be null and void because it's all in the fine print. Before I read it, but what's your take of that?
Now, that's nothing. When you don't literally look at the contractual things that you sign, or if you don't have the time to look at it, at least find out if you are contractually. If you go to the court of law, I hope somebody doesn't do this and just lose a whole bunch of money and go to court. I think Uber will want you to go to court so they can make some skrilla off of it or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You have no real argument. I mean, you can push and say, look, change this or change that. I guarantee you right now, right? Uber with this going on, and it being publicized. Uber does listen to the people out there and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But then there's some people that's just going to quit, boycott, and then next thing you know, Uber changed that 80 to 20% and went 50-50 or something. I mean, they just shook up the market. They shook up who's a real loyal driver, who really is about this business and understands it. They don't understand it. We got to get rid of people that don't understand what they're involved in.
Yeah, but also it's free advertising that people don't understand.
Yes, sir.
Uber is on a high horse right now, just chilling. Like, all right,
Yeah.
cool. Like, hey, what you gonna do?
Right,
Well,
right.
hey, look, you can complain all you want, but what you gonna do? Now,
That's a fact.
let me read this because I want to get your take, and this is important. This is the shutdown because, like, what do we say? They don't read the fine print.
Right.
And Rywood Peterson broke it down, and he said, according to section 4.4 of the May 22nd, 2017 Uber addendum that we all agree to, okay?
Yeah.
Uber is paying us with not you, not me, but what we agree to. When you click that agreement button, we all agree to this. And let me read. I mean, hey, it's right here.
Right.
In consideration for your use of the Uber service, you will pay us a service fee that is on a per ride basis. For
Yeah.
each ride, the service fee equals to the rider payment minus A, the fare, B, tolls, C, any other fares retained by us, D, taxes and surcharges. And then they say, in the event of a ride where the fare is greater than the rider payment, excluding fees retained by us and taxes and surcharges, no service fee will be charged for the ride in such case. Any excess amounts that you receive will be shown as an adjustment to your service fee if necessary, an adjustment to any other payment owed to you. So what people are seeing is when the rider payment is greater than the fare, Uber changed what the surcharge is. So
Right.
now the thing is, you're not getting, it seems with this, is you're not getting paid a percentage anymore. Now you're getting paid a flat rate.
Flat rate. Yeah.
Now I want to get your take on this, Uber guy, because when you hit that button, when you join this,
Yeah.
that you agree to, man. What's your take?
It reminds me of a rapper that signs a contract and wonders 10 years from now,
Oh,
Birdman, where the money at?
yeah.
I just said, listen, but it's like the what Uber as a business right now is doing is shaking it up for the riders that complain on a regular basis and think that they have most power. Sometimes as a business owner and a CEO, you have to let employees, which we're not employees, we're actually partners. We're really Uber partners. Every driver out there, you're a partner. You have a partnership. Which means this is the way you conduct your business. You can advertise, you can do all types of things with Uber on the service and all rideshare companies. There's a lot more money you can make in all types of ways. Hold on real quick. I hate when people call me when I'm live. But just make sure that like you know what what go on Steve real quick. Somebody just called me on some craziness. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. We listen to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, but yes. So pretty much what Uber is doing, like it's just shaking, just it's doing business moves. It's shaking up. It's giving you a counter offer that is just temporarily, just to cut out. Uh, it's just shaking. It's getting rid of the people that had only complained about Uber. If you actually get out there and just drive, you're gonna make a lot of money. Now, I believe like within a week or so, the restrictions or whatnot, not the restrictions, the changes as far as the surge is concerned. And it's very rare now that I find out when I ask an average Uber driver, because I've been hearing about those rate cuts and things of that nature. That doesn't really exist. That exists for you people out there that only do maybe one or two rides, get one surge ride, and that's it. Now Uber saying, look, you're not going to just come on our platform only just get this and go. Show us that you really want to make this money. Do it like maybe 20 trips a week is fair. But this is what's crazy. This would let you know where Uber is going with this, because not only did that happen, there's other things that's going on. We had Uber has started subscriptions. That's a whole nother elephant for a whole nother topic. But subscriptions where people could pay $1.99, I think, is weekly or monthly. So right now they're in the process of redoing a lot of infrastructure and things of that nature. So
what is a subscription? Who is it for, and what does that entail, though?
for Uber, like Uber people that have like work, like they work like every day, they use Uber to go somewhere and leave somewhere, so they can skip a surge charge. Because think of it, they're trying to make it fair for the riders also right now.
Oh,
You know what I mean, and more affordable, so they can bring in more clientele, which helps us. But right now, we're going to be at a place where we're going to be probably for a month or so, where you're going to have things like this where they cut in and take 80% or whatnot, maybe because they have to upgrade infrastructure and deploy other things, so it'll be able to handle the subscription service that they may have for some. Now, this only will be about 10 or 5% of the market will go through it with a subscription of $199 per week, or $200 per week per se. So Uber is starting to just raising the bar to a certain extent. Some people are, if I'm not mistaken, these surges, some of these trips only took people an hour, and they got 100 plus, and they got 20 something out of it. I would have been pissed too at the end of the day. I understand that, but if you're a good driver, you can get tips. You know how to get tips and everything.
Yeah, whoa, we went too fast. Whoa, hold on, whoa. We going way too fast. We gonna answer that in a second.
Yeah.
But you said something that was remarkably huge, and I want to go back to that real quick, because a lot of people, what you just said was really deep, and you mentioned musicians, and that analogy is that's what I'm talking about. Because see, most people think, okay, well, if I'm a musician and I sell my album for $15, how is it I'm making pennies on the dollar off of my sales? Okay.
Right.
Talk about that. And then we're going to talk about how the artist does it, make solutions. But what a lot of people don't understand is that there are things that are going on that must be paid.
That we don't see.
Engineers, video. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes into the music industry that the music industry, like just like the music industry do to the artists. Look, you want to be famous? We'll make you famous, but you have to understand that just because you're famous doesn't mean you're gonna get paid. Because you look, for every dollar that you make, you're not making a dollar technically, because all your touring and all the stuff we're financing and putting up front, you got to pay us back. So technically you're making really pennies on a dollar. I mean, if I'm wrong, correct me, but that's what it's like.
1,000%. That's exactly what it is. It's exactly how 360 deals are lined up. It's just, listen, Uber, like if you're a rapper out there or know anything about music, it's a 360 deal. What they are giving you is the platform.
For those that don't know, that listen, tell them what a 360 deal is, sir.
It's when you and a business pretty much meet halfway, and you have to pretty much be able to match what they invest in you, and then what you make is what you get off of capitalizing off of the big platform. So let's say if it's Epic Records, they don't really do 360 deals much anymore, but they have social media type deals for people. But just think of it like they say, okay, we're gonna give you $20,000 advance and not even that. Let's say like a $500,000 advance and then $500,000 deal. That $500,000 that they give you cash, that's yours. But also you're gonna have to pay them that other $500,000 back. So you can end up back to zero if you blow that money, because that's paying for your shows, that's paying for your clothes, your management, also protecting you as an artist, making sure you don't get copyright written, videos, clearance through radio. It's all types of things. And then some people think that they could just blow all that money instead of make that money or not, and flip it. And at the end of the day, they end up shit out because they didn't pay attention to the contract. They don't know what the advance is. They didn't know that $500,000. Okay, the label is doing their job. Like Uber right now is doing their job to do all. We don't know how they use their technology to locate people, know where to take people to do Uber Eats. I'm actually waiting on Uber Eats right now. I don't have no issues with Uber. I'm chilling. I woke
No,
up.
yeah, no, you're
I mean, I'm about to have me some IHOP. I gotta get up the house. You feel me? So it's a lot of infrastructure that they have to do over there in San Francisco, data centers that they have to maintain. They're out here giving people not giving people cars, but setting people up with cars where they can take it back and it's not like a lease or you're a buying contract or whatnot. There's a lot of things Uber is bringing to the table as far as they even have Uber helicopters. If you never heard of that. So it's a lot of money behind the scenes. So you just getting maybe just like LA Fitness, you're probably getting taxed for like a month at the end of the day. That might be a little tax or something. I'm not sure what it is, that 80%. But it's just to see if people are aware. Maybe to be honest with you, Uber probably did that to see if people was paying attention to see how much money they could get off. They might do 99.9% next.
well. Okay, okay. Before we get to the solution to this, but think about this. So this is when the artist gets smart because if you know you're making only pennies off the dollar
Right.
on off your contract,
Mhm.
that's when you got to then move outside your box. Collaborate. What do they do those? They what do they call those rap when they rap over somebody else's song? But what is that
Oh,
called?
it's pretty much a remix last split sheet you got to sign.
Right. There
On
are
the
ways
label.
that you can create your own brand. And we're gonna be talking about all that. There are ways to get around this that a lot of people are not thinking about using, but we have to hold us as rideshare drivers accountable for not looking at the big picture. And let's discuss that right now. Of
Right.
okay, we know that we read and explained that we understand Uber is doing all these things. Okay, we understand
Right.
that. Okay, now the simple driver loved this guy because what he did was he made a video, in my opinion, that said, okay, that is holding the rideshare driver accountable because we know, listen, we know what is. We read it
Mm.
already. We know what Uber is doing, okay? Automatically.
Right. Right.
But he broke down, and we're going to go over what he broke down, but he broke down ways to make money
Right.
side of just see in his world, and he's right. Look, the Uber money you're making should be
Hmm.
the last thing on your mind if you're
Yeah.
doing it right. The Uber money that you're making should be the last thing because marketing yourself
Mm.
is way bigger than the ride share itself. And I think the problem with a
Right.
lot of people, and I've always said this, is that people think the rideshare game is about taking somebody. Now, if you don't know business 101, but they think that it's about moving somebody from point A to point B. That's the regular guy. I pick them up and I drop them off. But if
Right.
you
Right.
these are probably the people that are complaining the most because
Exactly.
they only see it as I'm moving him from A to B. Whereas I and you, oh
Mm.
no, this is opportunity. This
Yeah.
is this isn't just me picking you up and drive you somewhere because
Right.
everybody is an opportunity. And let's
Yep.
talk about the first thing, and I want to get your thoughts. First thing he talked about was tips.
Mm.
See, let me get your take on tips before I say what I need to say. What is the first thing of opportunity is tips? What is your take on tips when it comes to the rideshare game?
The rideshare game, it's just like in the restaurant business. Like when you go to go eat or whatnot, you feel in your head is being programmed in your head to be entitled to tip. So I mean, letting it be known that these cuts have happened or whatnot. Now your passengers probably gonna be more alert to tip you also. So Uber might have switched the game up on some of these people that are just complaining and complaining. It made it just gave them something even bigger to the point where they're going to have it like, please tip your driver. They may say that on the app or whatnot. Now you might get $50 in your hand, $20 in your hand is a normal thing for Uber drivers. If you do it right from proposal to close, maybe have mints, water in your car with ice. I've done all types of crazy things. The little cubbies where you can put cup holders on the bottom of your seat or whatnot. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I put ice cubes in there with a little light and a little tiny water on there. They'd be like, "Oh my gosh, what type of car? You ain't in nothing but a Corolla, but it feel like it's a limo."
Well, let's talk tips. See, the regular rideshare driver again is thinking I'm just taking somebody from A to B. But for me, I want the experience. You just said every waiter goes into a restaurant on an even plane. But the one that gets tipped the most is the one that knows people and knows customer service and knows giving an experience. None other than everybody else. Because see, what a lot of I'm about to break some. Ready for this one, Uber guy? What a lot of rideshare drivers don't understand, and this is going to suck to say, but let's be 1,000. I love the fact that they're not doing anything, because when they're doing basic to nothing, it magnifies what we do. Because as soon as let me tell you, it's 3 steps that happen when they get in my vehicle. First step, they get in it like they blown away. Wow, this is amazing. Yeah. Second thing they do is either they say, "Well, this is like 6 stars if I give you 6 stars." I've always heard that.
Right. Yeah.
What they will do next is they will pick up their phone and they say, "Can I take a picture?" They'll take a picture. They'll just start Snapchat, Instagram. So they're already promoting me already. Yep. I'm not doing. I'm just sitting there looking.
Right.
But the third most important thing that they do is they complain about the average
driver.
It's already a comparison. That's the third. That's how they do that, either second or third. But they were like, "Oh my God, well, the last driver," or usually the drivers, and all they're doing is complaining about what these guys aren't doing. Okay.
Right.
I mean, right there. But let's take that for a second, because there's a little bit more. But what's your take on that? I'm sure you've experienced that. Am I correct?
Experience what specifically? Like
walking in, being blown away by the customer service, and then complaining about the basic driver that's not really doing anything.
Right. That's shock value. And I believe that Uber, like if whoever maybe their publicist or whatever, or customer service director may understand that. Because when they get in a car and they see somebody that has, first off, number one thing is have your GPS on the window, so you're not texting it, not driving and looking at the GPS. Maybe have some water, man. Some people say that some of y'all so damn cheap out there, don't make no sense.
Right.
And it's a tax write-off. You got to understand the taxes of this also.
Right.
You can tax from proposal to close with Uber. You can make it to the point where almost every mile you do with Uber and almost without Uber, you can write off at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And that's another crazy thing. Yeah. I mean, but the shock factor is they get in the car, and I'm kind of glad for you bozo Uber drivers out there and Lyft drivers.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, if you're complaining about all the they want real customer service. They want to get in the car with somebody they can have a conversation with, or not have a conversation with if they don't want to. I mean, and it starts with understanding that right there. I mean, sometimes you can get in a car with an Uber driver. I'm a customer of Uber and Lyft. I mean, I'm not. So I'm a partner. But I'm also a customer. Whatnot. So when I get in a car, sometimes I got the best Uber driver in the world. Some may recognize me on my Uber channels is kind of weird sometimes, but that throws me off. But some will just give you this bad energy or good energy. Some you'll get in the car and they won't shut up. They won't shut up. Right. I mean, some you get in the car and you end up having the greatest conversation ever, and you end up networking with some great, excellent people. There's so many things to it.
Yeah.
That
And
be.
when they get into my vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
when they're taking those shots, because again, they're so blown away, they okay, taking pictures.
Right, right.
People don't know right there is that every snap is a potential new client because what they do is they take my business cards. They take my. Well, I'm not even gonna get there because that's that because a lot of people don't even understand that part of the game. But
Yeah.
like you said, see, a lot of people don't understand that it's an experience that you must give to every person that is in that vehicle. Every person in that vehicle, you've got to give them an experience that they've never seen before. Let me give you an example. Like if you've gone to a basic boring concert, the guy's just standing there on the microphone singing, he's not moving around, he's just standing in one thing. Go to
Right.
or watch a Michael Jackson concert, watch an
Oh
MC
yeah.
concert, watch a Prince concert, and you can see the difference between the basic and
Right.
elite. And then what you will automatically do is compare, say, why would I want to even tip or do anything for this person when they're not doing anything? Because you know what, when you get in the car as a rideshare driver, you got to be the weatherman, you've got to
Right, right.
be and you got to be a psychiatrist. You got to you got to be all three of those things because number one, some people like the car cold, some people like it warm, some people like it in between.
Yeah.
Some people don't. You got to know about music 101, especially rock. Some people want to listen to jazz. Some want to listen to rock. Some want to listen to rap, country. You got to learn how to play DJ.
Yeah.
And a third one is psychiatrist. Because like you said, when you got to know people and you got to know when to talk, when not to talk.
Right.
When not to say things and be able to take be able to take what they're giving you and turn it into a conversation where these people feel like they've known you all their lives.
Right.
And it go and I want to say one more thing, but it also then goes back to wow, this is the best ride I've ever had because my last few rideshare drivers and all they do start complaining about them, comparing. Yeah. What's your take on that, man?
Yeah, that's true. Like the comparison. Listen, you remember you get compliments and you get stars and things of that nature on your platform. So we know Uber. I think it was a couple years ago with the ratings. If the rating goes down, some people would get pushed off the platform or whatnot.
Yes.
So they're just shaking it up. And if you had a higher rating, you normally get a better. You probably get a better surge drive. You probably get a lot of better rides and things of that nature. You're saying people, if they're complimenting your brand or just you on Uber, and you're helping put a good face on Uber, because Uber's over in hundreds of thousands, well, not hundreds of thousands, thousands of miles, hundreds of miles away from people. Some people that are driving Uber in New York City or whatever. I mean, the company, but you're being in the face of the company and you're being a partner, but you're also being your own business person. Also, there's a lot of ways you can network and things that nature, have a conversation and show that you help Uber let people know why it's better than Lyft or why Lyft is better than Uber, or not even that. Uber and Lyft, they don't have that much of a conflict with each other. It's just, why is this better than taxi cabs? What makes Uber and ride shares better than taxi cabs? Taxi cabs, you get in there and it's like you're in the police car in the back seat. I'm honest with you. It feel like you're in a police car. If you're an Uber driver, they should feel comfortable. They should know if they can control the music. You should allow them to. I have some people that tell me, listen, they got to listen to what I listen to. So you're going to sit there and, no disrespect to this person on YouTube, but you're just going to listen to Alex Jones throughout everybody you drive around. Mm-hmm. How is that business? That's not like, what in the world?
Well, not again, a lot of people don't know customer service 101 because like the great waiter or the great musician that gives a great show is that people are going to tip great service. People are going to tip the Uber or the rideshare driver that is the great weatherman that takes consideration what they want. Because again, when you get in my vehicle, it's not about me anymore. I got to push my ego aside and say, what is it? What is the temperature you like? What music do you like? You know what I mean? And what do you want or don't want to talk about? because whatever you want to talk about, I can talk about anything. And that's part of having that mouthpiece that a lot of people don't have. So
Right.
when you do that, then guess what? Look, yes, you can get tips on your app, but let me tell you something. When they go into their pocket, they pull out some dollars, like some ones, fives. I've got tips up to $20.
Yeah.
From one person because they're so blown away by the service. It's not, you know what the thing is about an Uber guy? I don't think they're blown away by what we do as far as customer service. They're blown away by the bad service they've been getting. They feel like, wow, this is how it should be. And the thing about people and who have money or people about money, everybody pays for good service. What you got on that, Uber guy?
That's like, look, I've been a server. Well, I'm not a server right now, but I have at least 5 years experience of being a server or whatnot. And one thing I realized, listen, man, you know how some people, they may forget your ketchup with your fries or whatever. Let's say your ketchup and your fries came out. You know what I'm saying? I remember giving this stereotype. If you were one of those servers with no personality, no conversation at all, you might not be getting tipped. Now let's say it took you 5 minutes to get the ketchup out. Let's say you were somebody that had conversations with everybody at the table, the daughter, the husband, the niece, this, that, and the third. Say the ketchup never came out. I guarantee you still will get tipped because of your customer service. They might forget about the ketchup. You know what? This server is good, or this Uber driver is good. So they're fine with me because they had the conversation and things of that nature with me. This customer service and not making it seem as though like you're not bringing them into the workplace. Don't make them feel as though when you're driving Uber that they're coming into your workplace or something where you're mad, you're upset about, you're just waiting for the next ride. Their ride isn't important, or oh, this is Uber pool. You guys are cheap. I don't have to give you this type of. Some people just gotta understand, man, how to just do customer service from proposal to close, always 100% of the time, and follow ABC. Always be closing, man. That comes in every aspect of life.
Say that again. What did you say?
Always be closing, baby. You already know. You know what I mean? Always.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's levels to it too. With Uber, is so many levels because it's like you'll probably get an email in a year or so, whatever, we're saying you're a top partner. Some people don't really care about it that much. If you're listed as a top partner, you're gonna get those trips that are even better, or you're gonna have those people that just want to tip you so bad. I had to drive from Philadelphia, pretty much not Philadelphia, it was South Jersey to New York. That's not even supposed to happen. I'm supposed to have a TL license or whatever. I don't know what happened, but Uber sent me this South African American lady. You know what I'm saying, I wish he was from South America. Let me go and keep moving. But I had to drive her all the way to New York. It was like 2 hours, and then that's 2 hours back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This thing came out to like $120 something. This lady tipped me like 60, a whole bunch of 20s out of her pocket and gave it to me because she knew I had to ride all the way back home. Because I was able to hold that conversation for 2 hours.
Exactly. Can you?
I'm gonna be right back.
So, but that's
I'll be right back in a second.
Again, that's part of it, the tips, but the tips are based off of your customer service. So that's one thing. Now, there's surcharge, another way y'all get their bonuses and stuff like that. But let's get to one of the main things that he talked about, referrals. See, word of mouth is more important to me than what I am making on my drive, because you don't know who you have in that car, and you don't know how many Instagram, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You don't know how many followers of people that they have in that vehicle that you're with. And like I told you, when they take that picture or they talk about the experience, I get calls from people I haven't even driven. I'm like, who is this? Oh, well, we've never rode with you, but such and such said this, and then they want to set something up. They want to set something up. What's your take on what's
That's
your take on that, man?
absolutely. Listen, I'm just waiting for my Uber Eats trip right now. Can you say that again? Repeat that one more time. I'm just waiting for this Uber Eats food. I'm sorry.
Well, go
Guy
ahead.
supposed to be outside.
So here is what I'm saying. So guys that are listening, what I'm saying is this: that the important thing here is not only the referrals that you get from other people, but another thing that a lot of you guys are not doing that is really doing more harm to you than good. The fact that none of you guys out there have a where is your website? You know, the simple driver said it the best is that you got to think more outside the box. And the question that we will have for those out there that are complaining about the fact that Uber is scamming them out of money, how many of y'all have websites? How many of y'all have a store where you coach, or you have something where you get referrals as far as your name? How many of y'all are doing that? Because it seems because you hey, ask the ones that complaining, more than likely they don't have that. And that's some of the issues and some of the problems. And when Uber guy comes back, we'll get his take on that. But again, there is money to
Yo, Steve, let me do something exclusive real quick, man. I'm with an Uber driver right now. Let me.
Oh, guys,
let me
what's up? What you got?
this. Listen, man. Let them. Oh crap. All right, y'all can hear us, right? How do you like Uber? Is it good, bad? Like, what was your experiences?
It's pretty cool. Other than the app, messing up sometimes. But yeah, it's great.
As far as money, like,
with money, well, I know how to manage it. It depends on how you work it. You
right?
know what I'm
See,
saying?
yeah.
Other than that, I mean, you can make about $600-700 a week.
Right.
You can average $15 an hour to twenty
See,
dollars an hour.
exactly. It's good money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is live and exclusive. I
What?
appreciate it, man.
Yeah, straight up.
It's exclusive and live. Yeah, I just went to IHOP. I had to put him on because he just showed excellent customer service,
What
man.
did he do?
Uber Eats.
What did he do?
This is crazy. Look. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and that's how you do it right there. This man. Listen, I ordered from IHOP. I ordered orange juice and my waffle, pancakes or whatnot. Uh, can you see me now? My pancakes or whatnot. So what happened was he forgot the orange juice, or they forgot the orange juice. He looked at it. Hold on. He looked at it, and he actually went back to IHOP to go pick up the orange juice to make sure I still have my orange juice. I mean,
See?
just little stuff like that. I mean, I'd been tight if I
Right.
didn't have my orange juice or whatnot.
It's always the little things.
Yeah.
And for those that complain, they choose not to do the little things that could be the meaning of a thank you or a $5, $10, or even a $20 tip.
Right. Right. See, I would have tipped him, man. The thing is, I accidentally typed in the wrong address and everything, but he still got my food here nice and hot. As you see, you can hear by his voice, he is good customer service.
Very positive.
Right, very positive. We even joked at the end. He laughed at me. He's like, "Make sure you have your address right next time."
Yeah.
but but even with him saying that, I appreciate it because he had got my orange juice. This something this simple. You know what I mean? Some people they'll just be like, you know what? Since they forgot it, oh well. I've seen that happen before. I mean, I'm like, I paid for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Make sure that they have everything. It's just a lot of ways, a lot of egos you got to check at the door as far as Uber is concerned. You've seen him himself say, "I like it, the money and things of that." He said you can average about 15 an hour. That's what he said, and he's just out here driving on a Sunday. I mean,
Right. Now, while you was getting your hot cakes and your waffles and everything, I was talking about a lot of people. How many people do you think have websites to promote a store or be able to use their referrals? How many people do you think have taken the time to even create a website to promote themselves to other people?
that's under 0.001%. Man, that's a very odd, rare thing. There's things that people do every day that could capitalize off of. By selling their brand, whether you can have like a little those wrist bracelets or whatever, and just have your business $2 for this or whatever, or not even that, just have a website and promote what you do. You can have people. You can have your like like if you're a business owner or whatnot. I mean, you're a partner with Uber, so you can which means you're partnering with them. So it's no issue with you promoting your brand also, as
Yes.
long as it's not hurting harming Uber
Right.
or not. You know
But
what I mean?
part of the hustle game that a lot of people don't
Mhm.
understand, you have a side business. And Simple Driver said it best. Like if I'm a photographer, okay, I do
Yeah.
photography I do DJs, I do kids, I do bar mitzvahs and weddings and what have you, okay? Uber gives you what people don't understand is that Uber places people at your doorstep. You
Hmm.
you don't have to even look because with the proper conversations, by the time you even get halfway to the destination, if you're doing it right, people will tell you their story. They will tell you where they work. They'll tell you what they do. They'll tell you ambitions, thoughts. They'll tell you all the information you need because if they're saying, well, you know what, my friend is doing I'm going to a wedding or I'm doing this and I'm a photographer, they're usually going to ask, and I've been asked, do you do this for a living? And no, because I have other
Right.
businesses, but I would say, no, this is what I do part-time. I have
Exactly.
business. And that opens up the door to, well, what do you do for a living? And then as
Yeah,
soon
you
as I
know.
tell them what I do for a living, they're so
Hmm.
blown away by my main job. They're asking me a million questions and we're connecting and it's on and popping. But a lot of people don't have that niche. And that's a
Right. Right.
what's your take on that, Uber guy?
I say loosen up a little bit, man. That's why I say loosen up. Like that guy out there. To be honest with you, his car wasn't. It had. Well, he's going to tune in, but had a bumper that wasn't. It was banged up. It's a banged up car. It was a hoopty or whatnot. I ain't gonna hold you. Had he did have his phone mounted and like he's at business, but with his conversation, I could just see that it's customer service just without even without the presentation of it. But some people, when they get out here, if you do something, if it's something that you do out here, whether it's photography or whatever your niche is or whatnot, when you conversate with these people, you might network with people that give you all types of ideas. You're getting to learn how the average person is out there. You're playing psychologist or whatever, and you're somebody that people can speak to on a regular basis. So I say that you should have websites, business cards, little stickers maybe on the back of your seats if you want to.
Yes.
Just little things that it helps at the end of the day. Like when you get on you if some get on YouTube and then they'll say Uber is the worst thing in the world and it sucks, this, that, and the third. Now, if you were working for a regular job in regular America, they found that YouTube video, they didn't fire your ass. I mean, but
Yeah.
why would you do that to your partner? This is your money also.
Biting the hand that feeds you.
Yeah, it's your partner, your partnership. Like, what is the point? You guys are both capitalizing. You hear one story and some people don't clarify it. What's happening? It went viral. Is that Uber's ripping people off and all this and the third. Whole time is in the black and white paper. You know what I'm saying? It's in the paperwork right now. So you, you can't complain about something that you signed up for and you accept it at the end of the day. And you just don't know how to get out here and manage it right. That's why a show like this, a platform like this is going to help a lot of you guys. So now you'll have a place where you will know tips on, how to make the extra tips or taxes. The huge advantage you have with taxes now as far as transportation discounts on AutoZone,
Yeah.
Myco, or the gas card Uber will provide you, or any rideshare companies in general. Also, it's just so many pros. There are their cons, but when I say, like, no matter what, the pros outweigh the cons by one or two all the time. I'm gonna rock with it. I'm saying if it's got something to do with money.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think the last thing I want to talk about that a lot of people don't understand is, and we go back to customer service 101, is that manners are huge because listen, I'm old. I'm old. I'm almost 48 years old. But you know what? When I get in the car, I don't care how old the person is in the vehicle with me. I am yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. All the time. Because to me, I want to fit the experience. Because a lot of people feel like, wait a second, wow, did I accidentally upgrade? I mean, what's going on here? Because they're not used to a smile, pleasant conversation, and really using manners. Manners. All you know, you said it most, Uber guy.
Right.
That you said most is that a lot, if you watch the videos of everybody complaining how bad Uber is, I can tell by their mannerisms and their behaviors when they say they're not customers. They don't know about customer service.
Right.
They expect to get in the car, do whatever they want to do, and they
Yeah.
expect 5 stars, tips, and praise for doing nothing. Come on, man.
Handout type people. I don't like that. It's just a handout type. Oh, I didn't make this, so it's their fault. It's that fault. I went online for an hour and I only made $10. And you know what? I just said I'm gonna go offline. But it was 6 o'clock when you were online, or it was 7 o'clock after rush hour, where there is no service and it's not busy. It's just really like having a map and planning out what you're gonna. Just some of the and taking it there, like with the attitudes of some of these guys, or I don't see many women that, and there's plenty of women Uber drive. I don't see many of them complaining about Uber. Some of you dudes out there need to man up and get about your business. Find how is it that people are, because listen, we wouldn't be on this platform saying Uber is money in Uber and how good of an opportunity Uber was if it was screwing us. I would say F them if it was like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, but the fact that we see exactly what it is, we see what's in the right and what we signed up for and how we can capitalize off of it, like a lot of others. I mean, listen, I got no issue. If y'all want to scream and holler and boycott, go ahead. There's more money for me. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing.
You know what? It's 11 Central, 11:28 Central here, like 11:30 East where you're at. I mean 12, it's 12 30 where you're at. You know what
Right.
time I got home this morning? I got home at 6 in the morning. And I had to let me tell you something. Why everybody that's complaining why they were sleeping, probably on Facebook or doing whatever, I was out there because the money was out there. And I had to, man, let me tell you something. I literally had to force myself to go back home because I was at every drop. When I dropped something off, blink, hey, look, before I even dropped them off, my phone was talking to me, saying, Steve, here's some more money for you. I was like, I'm gonna do this one more. And then after that one more, it said, Steve, I got some more money. Every time, boom, boom, boom. I had to literally, with all the pain and sorrow in me, turn my app off because I was like, this is finally gonna be the last one. And I did that at least 10 more times.
Right.
And if you're not, see, you can't expect, look, Uber is going to say, okay, look, yes, we are taking this from you, but what are you going to do about it? I sit and complain, or you're going to take advantage of it like we are trying to show people. What's your last take on that, man?
Last take on it, man, is there's no cap at the end of the day with Uber. That's what it is at the end of the money that you amount of money you can make. Like I said, there's a lady in Atlanta thinks he did more trips than anybody and was rewarded a check from Uber. I think it was $90,000, something like that. It was something huge. I think it was 6 figures.
Most rides or something like that.
Yeah, the most rides in Atlanta. I gotta look that up again. As he made 90,000. I'm saying, and at the end of the day with Uber, all you have to do is just go out there and go online and just drive and enjoy yourself. At the end of the day, it's not. Time goes fast. Man. It's you chilling.
Now, and when people don't think about this, no boss, nobody over your shoulder.
Right.
You're not worrying about someone cutthroating you on the political landscape. Listen, my only threat is someone like you. You're my threat. And the reason you're my threat is because you all about what I'm about. So that means I got to try to be a little bit better than you.
Mm-hmm.
But for the average person out there that's not willing to do the things that we talked about today, they're not a threat at all. Matter of fact, what they don't understand is they help guys like us more by
Thank you.
They don't
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. While they can complain or get mad, I mean, I understand. You need to, as a partner, you need to enforce Uber to do certain things to play their part. Also, send them emails.
Yeah,
guarantee you.
But you know what? That's something that you said that we didn't mention before we go. When you have a problem with, okay, let me tell you, I had a problem. Let me tell you what, I had a problem with Uber. Not a problem, but it happened. Okay, I picked up a client. Okay, now usually when I'm with a client, I will always get customer service. I always have my map on and I always go where Waze tells me to go. I mean, I do that. Now, there are going to be times where the customer wants you to take a different route from the route that is given to you. And customer service is, sir, okay, sir. And this is what I always say, sir, this is the route they told me. But if you know a better and faster route, please let me know, and I'll close my Waze app off, and I'll just let them tell me where to go. So we drove up to a toll road. Now again, we were supposed to go right, but he was like, "I know it all. Let's go left." I was like, "Sir, well, we're supposed to go right, but hey, remember, the customer's always right. At the end of the day, I'm not going to argue with the customer. You
might be giving you more money, more miles,
right? So
that's why
we went left for at least 45 minutes the wrong way, and he realized it was wrong. So we turned around, went the other way. He knew he was at fault. I was cool with it. And they had a process pending, and they, was checking with me, and it was great customer service with Uber. Talked to them real fast, and I made $135 off that one trip because of what the customer did, not me. But like you were talking about Uber, I mean, if you have a problem, you can talk to somebody. What's your take on that?
Right. That's another thing. Listen, I understand they don't have a phone number, this, that, and the third, but if you go on there and you say you have a different question or whatever, so many people know where this is in on the Uber Partners website or whatever. You send that email out to them on working hours during the week. They get back to you within like an hour top sometimes. I mean, sometimes they get right back to you and handle it. You know what I'm saying? Or you can go to I keep forgetting, in every city, there is an actual Uber headquarters or Lyft. I'm not sure how Lyft works, but Uber has an actual headquarters where you can go, and there's reps that are there that you can speak to about your situations and things also. So you also have somewhere you can talk to somebody in place. And then it's funny that you say there's one thing. I do got to throw this in there. If a customer wants to take a different way, absolutely, because they might be going the wrong way. I mean, it's still good customer service. They might be going the right way, but they may be going the long way. But the fact that you go their way, they're going to be happy, and you're going to be happy because you might add 3 more miles to the trip.
Oh, absolutely. No, I'm no complaint. hey,
right.
Hey, look, when
yes, sir.
When I tell them and I ask them about the music, they like, what do you listen? No, sir, but you let me know. Let me know what you want to listen to, because I am here to give you the experience. And that's what every person that gets in my vehicle, my thing is giving them an experience. So not only when they grab my business card and they get in another Uber that is less than, they will call me quicker because of the lack of experience they get with someone else.
Right. That's a fact. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead. I know we went kind of long on this first kickoff one. We ain't gonna go too long, but we had to. This was very important here for a kickoff show. So, Uber guy, what would you like to say before we wrap this up, fam?
I would like to say, get out there, get online, and stop complaining. Damn it!
Tell them, man.
You know what I'm saying? Stop complaining. At the end of the day, like, on some real talk, I'll ask some people, like, what's your issue with Uber? Well, I put in a good 12 hours a week, and only get 300, 400. Get online and drive. Just go online and drive. I guarantee you do 40 hours of Uber, whichever regular job most of those people out there have. You probably make more bread at the end of the day. And then if you add on the fact that you have these taxes, you're gonna be able to write off your gas, your car note. Everything can be written off at the end of the year. You gotta think for year to year.
Yes.
And then also you get discounts on AutoZone. Man, that's a whole nother. Just get out there and drive.
Get it. Yeah, guys. Listen. This is the thing about this show is that we're gonna be straight. We're gonna be 1,000 with y'all. Again, we're not here to knock you. We're saying that look, there's a way that you can make money off of this rideshare thing. There's a way that with a few minor adjustments, a simple tip or a simple referral from the person that's behind your vehicle to somebody else can mean massive something bigger. You just don't know. So the thing about this show right here, we're going to give you the game because man, I call the cockpit. When I get in the cockpit, I feel like Captain James T. Kirk. Start at 54. Let's get the shields up. Let's turn this mug on. Get a fun experience. I vibe because you have to ask yourself, if I'm in somebody else's vehicle and they're driving me around, what kind of experience do I want? And what do I want? How do I want to be treated? And for a lot of people that complain, I'm telling guys, if you look at a lot of these guys that complain, and we got some big name guys out there that complain. We won't say no names.
Yeah, I ain't saying no name.
But if you look at them, you can tell by their body language, they don't know customer service. They don't know people. They don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to be the weatherman, the DJ, or the psychiatrist that's driving. All they know how to do is complain about Uber, but yet, what are you doing outside of Uber, knowing that if you are the musician, like you said, Uber guy, that you are and you know the record company is taking, off every dollar, you're making probably 15 to 10 cents on the dollar.
Right.
What are you going to do to flip your money? That's the $1 million. So Uber guy, hey, this is a great first show that will come every Sunday. We'll grab it, we'll talk. Customer service, anything you name it, what's ever going on in the rideshare world as well. But right now, this is the big thing. So we needed to show you guys from a different perspective that it's not as bad as it seems if you know what you're doing. Uber guy, what you got on that before we go?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna say, get online and start driving, damn it. No, seriously though, man. It's just yeah, man, it's a good opportunity for people. Average Joe out there is trying to find a job and things of that nature, and they have a car payment they got to pay and stuff. This is an opportunity for you to get out there and really make some real money. You know what I'm saying, and just look into it.
Yeah, create your businesses outside of this. Don't look at just Uber. Start working or saving your money to create a business that you can promote while you're in your car to the individual that's behind the seat behind you. Game has so many layers, man. Anyway, this is Rideshare Radio 101. That's the Uber guy. I'm more money driving. Man, let's say we out this day. We talk to y'all later, man.
Deuces, drive safe.
All right, guys. Peace.